Hey, it's D. It's a brand new episode coming right for you, right on the FTO network. Enjoy. How's it going, guys? D here with a brand new episode of FTO Podcast. This is a good time. This is a few days after the San-Diego-Comiccon, so you can only guess what the name of this episode is going to be. That's right. San-Diego-Comiccon. Sdcc. Now, I know you guys may have been following a lot of different people, hearing a lot of different stories and rumors about X, Y, and Z, about what's happening at the San Diego Comic-Con, or what is and isn't out there. So this is going to be a longer episode than usual, so buckle yourself up for that. As I said previously, I am D. I'm your host, talking to you, walking with you through this entire maelstrom of nerddom. It was a interesting weekend, following the San Diego Comic-Con. It didn't really take off until Saturday. It felt like, Christmas Day, Saturday. A lot of folks really opened up their presents. Oh my God, look what Marvel gave me. Marvel gave me so much stuff. I'm so thankful for Marvel. Thank you, Marvel. It was a lot. It was a lot of different stuff from Marvel. To just rattle it out real quick, what happened at Marvel, one of the big things that happened at Marvel was Wakanda Forever. Wakanda Forever was a big ticket draw, at least for me personally, that really cemented what the MCU is doing. It really gave us what is happening at the MCU. It showed us Namor inside the trailer. It showed us a deceased Black Panther in the trailer. A lot of things that are happening with this entire franchise that is Black Panther. You see content creators making thank you tributes to Coogler and the creative team of Black Panther for introducing Namor, and it's a little chilling, thrilling, exciting, passionate, to see this happening, because Black folk just got this franchise, and it's already branching out into something that's really touching the hearts of many different people out there. It's really captivating. It's getting to a lot of us, and I know a lot of us doing special podcasts, special videos, special this, that, and the other to talk about the Black Panther and talk about all that. But there was a lot of things that happened this weekend, and I do want to get inside of it. And I guess I ought to talk about Black Panther in a different episode. Maybe I can talk about it more during blerd-news. So make sure you check out blerd-news on YouTube, FTO Nerd Talk. First and foremost, Marvel is calling this entire series the multiverse saga. Fitting. After watching Loki and, of course, Doctor Strange, the Multiverse of Madness, it's a fitting name to be calling this entire branch of the MCU the Multiverse saga, because that's essentially what's happening. Is that so that this entire thing is called the Multiverse saga. Excuse me. First up, Secret Invasion comes in spring 2023. Secret Invasion will bring back Kobe Smulders as Agent Maria Hill. It will also bring back Nick Fury. Dual versions, apparently, of Nick Fury. Because if you guys have been following along in the story, you know that the Nick Fury that we know and seen this entire time is a different Nick Fury. Entirely. It's been a Skrull invader the entire time. And, the Nick Fury that we know of is in prison on a Skrull planet. So, there's that. Next up, we have Avengers Secret War. That released November 7th, 2025. And also, we got a movie that comes out a few months before that. Avengers The Kang Dynasty comes out May 2nd, 2025. So both these movies come out in the same year, about maybe 6 months apart from each other. That's wacky. They got two movies coming out back to back. And I was talking to Yo Nerd, and I said to him, what's weird to me, man? The premiere introduction of Kang the Conqueror, not the Kang character himself, but Kang the Conqueror, is an Ant-Man and Wasp Quantumanium. I feel a certain way about that. Having that be the debut of Kang the Conqueror in Ant-Man and Wasp. It seems insulting when you think about it. Kang is a multiverse being. and like he's getting introduction in Ant-Man and Wasp. Like it feels just disrespectful. Scott Lang, Ant-Man at that. Whatever, it's fine, I guess. Marvel Studios Fantastic Four in theaters November 8th, 2024. So we get to see Mr. Fantastic and the Thing and Sue Storm and, you know, Human Torch do their thing a little bit before we get to see the Avengers movie. Will we see the Fantastic Four in the Avengers? I don't know. Probably not. I don't think so. It's probably like a cameo. But they won't be a part of the Avengers. So, you know, there's that. Thunderbolts. Introduced July 26, 2024. That's like 2 years, like literally 2 years away. Like literally to this day of recording, it is 2 years away from here. So next major election year, Thunderbolts coming out. There you go. Also coming out the election year is in spring. You get Charlie Cox and Vincent D'Onofrio, Daredevil, Born Again. And, like, if he is born again, if it is, like, a whole different kind of, like, you know, story, probably the same universe, I'm not entirely sure. But, if you guys watch the She-Hulk trailer, which is going to be on this list of things that's coming out also, you did see the yellow costume of Daredevil. Not, like, the traditional red costume, but the yellow and red costume. I don't know what that means. I don't know, like, how to take that. If, like, this is, like, a multiverse version of, Daredevil. I mean, like, Daredevil is coming back, so kudos. Good to, like, all the Daredevil fans. They gotta be really excited for that. But, next up on the list this year, She-Hulk, Attorney at Law, comes out August 17th. So, I mean, we get to see Daredevil in the quote-unquote MCU before we get to see Daredevil in his own show. I guess that's a good, fun introduction to hype us up for Born Again. I'm not sure. I've watched the trailer. The CGI is better than She-Hulk. I'll say that. The CGI is much better. But I don't know how I feel about seeing this show. I feel like Fantastic Four should have been introduced before She-Hulk. But I guess we'll see how it turns out. I might even get Disney Plus back just to watch this. Like, I'm gonna be 100 with you guys. Like, I may end up having to watch, like, She-Hulk. It's She-Hulk, man. I mean, let's be real with everybody. It's She-Hulk. Come on. Captain America: New World Order comes out also 2024 of May 3rd. A lot of movies coming out in May. I mean, we got like one TV show, 2 TV shows, and like, you know, the Captain America and the Fantastic Four, all in 1 year. Agatha, Coven of Chaos. They changed the name of it. I think it was called something else. It definitely had a different name. I forget what the name was, but they changed the name. It's Coven of Chaos now. Comes out 2023. Comes out next year, winter. It's gonna be like a winter drop. I'm not excited for this. I didn't watch WandaVision, so I'm not like really attached to the character Agatha. So yeah, Ironheart comes out next year. Also, fall comes out before Agatha, so that's something to look forward to. Also next year, November 3rd, Blade finally gets a release date. Finally, no hype at all around this franchise. Disappointing. Loki season 2 comes out summer 2023. So it comes out. So you got Loki, Ironheart, then Agatha, all in 2023. And the summer before Loki, or the same time as Loki, you got Echo in the summertime. And the movie back out in the same year with animations. You got 2023 for What If, and 2023 fall for X-Men 1997. I'm going to talk about more about X-Men later on in the show. But like to have this show come back, because it was 92 X-Men, and now it's 97 X-Men. And at the end of season 5, like Professor Xavier took off, and the show canceled, all that. I don't know how I feel about this show coming back. I really don't. Like, I want to be completely honest with you. I don't know how I feel about this show coming back. I just don't. Like, Magneto was cool. It's cool seeing all these characters again. Season 5 of X-Men, 04, however you want to categorize the last season of X-Men, it was a disappointment. It was. Let's all be real. Like, not any of us really talk about how awesome the last season of X-Men was. No one says that. No one says, like, oh my goodness, that last season of X-Men was incredible. No one has ever said those words out loud, ever. Let's be real with each other. But What If coming back is a cool move. Even though, like, it wasn't for me. I do love, like, the idea of What If and Elseworld, like DC branch of multiverse, one-off stories. But my thing is, like, leave it a one-off. Don't tie it to the MCU. Don't make it something that I have to watch. Make it something that's fun to watch. I feel like when I watch all these shows, like it's recreational reading, or it's a mandatory watching to understand the continuity of the stories. Like, I don't need that. You know what I mean? Like, I watched the Multiverse of Madness with Doctor Strange, and, like, we got to see the evil Doctor Strange go insane and all that. Almost like the swear of the show. But, like, it wasn't needed to watch at the MC, What If. It wasn't needed. It just wasn't. Coming in 2024, Spider-Man freshman year. Norman Osborn is black. So is Harry. That's, like, the big takeaway for me. I'm going to be, like, 100% with you guys on that, too. Like, that's my big takeaway. Like, I don't care about anything else. Tom Holland's not going to be a part of it, to my understanding. He's not going to be a part of it, so, yeah. August 10th comes out around the same time as She-Hulk. I Am Groot on Disney+. There's shorts. So, that's coming soon. Sandman. This is going to switch it up a little bit from different companies. I think I got some more Marvel stuff in here, but switch it up a little bit. August 5th. Still in August, Netflix, The Sandman comes out. It was pretty cool. I'm really curious as to why it's on Netflix and not HBO Max. Like, they want, like, a larger audience, I guess? I don't know. I don't know why it's on Netflix and HBO Max. That's bothersome. Or a little weird, I guess I should say, for me. A little weird. And I think, so far, that is Devil Dinosaur, Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur has a clip out, but the show doesn't come out till 2024. A little early on the hype train. Just a little bit. Shazam! Fury of the Gods dropped a trailer at San-Diego-Comiccon. Black Adam dropped a new trailer. San-Diego-Comiccon. I think Shazam comes out Christmas of this year. Black Adam comes out more of like Halloween release, 21st of October. July is Super Pets. DC Super Pets. And I think that's all like the real crucial headline news that I can think of that I have like in front of me. But let's go like into like the normal wrap up of the show. Let's go into the normal wrap up of the show. So first up, we got this is awesome. This is also was released at the San Diego Comic-Con, and like I gotta tell you, this threw me for a loop because I did not, in my wildest dreams, ever see a crossover like this happening. Like this is a crossover of all crossovers in my eyes right here. This is Star Trek Strange New Worlds crossing over with Star Trek Lower Decks. Now, if you guys have been following the podcast, as I know a lot of you have, this is awesome. Like, to say the least, this is awesome. Like, to see the characters, like, of a cartoon show go to a live action show that has, like, high acclaim attached to it. Like, yes. Like, yes. I'm not sure release date of this. I think it's the next season of Strange New World, which is probably be in 2 years, so 2024 or late 2023. We'll see. But like that's my big takeaway, right there. Like everything I just told you about with Marvel, it's whatever. That is the big takeaway for me. Like when fandom shows up and we hear about Blue Beetle and Batgirl and things like that, I may change my tune about being like the big nerddom takeaway of the year. But like for me right now, it's Lower Decks and Strange New World, like, hanging out with each other. That's my takeaway right there. Like, I'm so excited for that. So, really pumped. Dark Crisis on Infinite Earths offer name of event series revealed. Like, read that backwards, clearly. But that's the news. So, I talked about this a little bit previously in my blerd-news episode, but Dark Crisis, the new event at DC Comic Books, is actually called Dark Crisis on Infinite Earths, and it really is really going to be altering, like game-changing at DC Comics. Like the comic company itself, like this is big news. Like a lot of you may not see it as that way. it may just be another event in your eyes, like just be like another thing, like the sweep under the rug. And I get that. Don't get me wrong. Like I get that mentality. I really do. But this is so much bigger than like you may think it is, because not only is it an event of all events, but it's making the characters that, spoiler alert, DC killed off major characters. Like they killed Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, Green Lantern, the Flash, Martian Manhunter. All the characters have been around since like the Golden Age of comic books and the Silver Age of comic books. They're dead. They're dead. Like they have confirmed and verified that these characters are not found on a plane of existence of that universe, and they are gone. And like that in itself is like interesting to me. But the other real like takeaway is that the other heroes of like the DC universe, like Jonathan Kent, who else really? Damian Wayne, Booster Gold, and Blue Beetle. They are taking over. They are doing like things. They're changing it up. They are like trying to make a difference in that universe while those superheroes are gone, and it's starting to like look like it's going to be cemented. Like it's called Infinite Earths. Like they are trying like to reboot the universe, and that's essentially what an Infinite Crisis Infinite Crisis does. Like it reboots it. It reboots like the storyline, and like that's what DC is really known for. Like is their reboots of their multiverse. I know I just went to a whole long thing about that, but I'm befuddled about this whole thing. Like this is really like wow. Abbott Elementary Season 2 will be nearly twice as long as Season 1. So, Season 1 was only 13 episodes long, premiering in winter and running through the spring. Season 2 Elementary will have a total of 22 episodes, meaning that it will air in both fall and spring. As deserved. So if DVDs were still a thing, it would be really annoying to buy a DVD set of this and only have it 13 episodes and like have it 22 for the second season. But the show is picked up a lot of award nominations at the Emmys, like lots of award nominations, and like it's going strong and good on them. Elementary is a funny show. It has like a feel like The Office or Parks and Rec, but it feels more real, more consequential, and I think like it feels that way because like you actually see the things that's being worked on, not like a park or a rec center or paper the entire time, like with those other shows. Like you get to see like the kids do like interact with the teachers and be a part of the show, and like having that actually kind of changed the element of the show, and in my personal view, absolutely. National Treasure, Edge of History writer really wants Nicolas Cage to return. So, for reading this, like it's at the show, Nicolas Cage's beloved Benjamin Gates will not be in the show, but it does take place in the same world and timeline as the character. They're gonna bring back characters like Ridley Poe and Harvey, like Justin Brata and Harvey Keitel. Like they're already going to appear in the show, but they really want to get Nicolas Cage back in this show. And like I wouldn't see that being too far-fetched, like having Nicolas Cage come back to the National Treasure franchise. Like I think we talked about this before when I talked about how Catherine Zeta-Jones is going to be a part of the show. Like, and I brought the similarity to was it Limitless? Yeah. Like it's no different than that. Like you always want to have like a big figurehead like coming back to cement the show, especially if it's in the same universe. It's supposed to take place 2 years after like the last National Treasure film. But yeah, I'm interested. I can go for some more Nicolas Cage. Who can't, right? Disney is in talk to stream new Doctor Who series. Not only are they in talks, they're trying to buy out the entire Doctor Who franchise. So I know a lot of fans are not talking about this really much, but that is big news. Like big news. They want to buy the entire rights to Doctor Who. And like think about that. Think about that. Like literally put that into a perspective. Not only do they own Star Wars, not only do they own Marvel, if they get the linchpin that is Doctor Who, they can just like hopscotch and beatbox whatever they want to with Doctor Who in shared universes whenever they want to. Like, cause like Star Wars is a really far way out of the galaxy in a really long time ago. Like, long time ago, in far out distant galaxy. You can just boop any MCU character to Star Wars. And if you really wanted to, you could just leave them there. And there'll be no consequence to any story that we are a part of. Because Earth isn't even on the lips of any other Star Wars character. Or vice versa, for that matter. Like, that... Y'all are not talking about this, but this is big. This is big news. Like, it really is. I think I just found my second thing to talk about on blerd-news. The School for Good and Evil Netflix film starring Kerry Washington and Charlize Theron airs August 21st. This is the Paul Feig book film. It's based on the same name as Saman Shinadi and features Washington's professor and Theron as headmaster of a mystical school. Yeah. I don't know what I just read either. I need to do a better job of that. But, like, it's based on a book by Saman Shinadi. I think that's how you said. And Washington is a professor, Theron's a headmaster. I honestly believe that for a while now, Disney has been trying to find like their Harry Potter, like canary in a coal mine kind of thing going on. Like trying to find like their magical feather that is Harry Potter and bank off that. Because, as we all know, J.K. Rowling is not doing herself any favors right now. And like the Potterverse is not doing as well as it possibly could be. So, yeah. I mean, like, why not? And like with Theron and Washington, like, why wouldn't you use those two like major actors like to propel a universe of magic? Like, that's what else do you really need? Like an attractive male to really bring it all together. That's all you really need, I guess, right? And like if you can somehow put like the Owl House in attachment to this, because like I keep hearing like that series is really catching on with a lot of folks. Like my kids watch it, so you know, there's that. All right. I think I already talked about Moon Girl and Double Dinosaur. The clip comes out 2024. Jharrel Jerome to star in a World War II era Night of the Assassins series based on the story of a black soldier who who foiled a Nazi plot. Like this Nazi plot was like to kill J. Edgar Hoover, was to kill Churchill, was to kill like a lot of major figureheads. Like this is like a real thing, like a legit thing that was, and like this project is based off Harold Bloom's book, and it's from Sony Pictures, and Jerome is the producer of this. Like so, I had to talk about this. Like this had to be done, had to be. So I'm really excited to see like where this goes. It seems like a very interesting story. It is a TV series. I think it's going to be a limited miniseries. So yeah. I think they stopped calling them miniseries. They're calling them limited series. Because, like, mini implies that it's not very good. Disney Plus adds R-rated Deadpool film and Logan to the streaming services on July 22nd. So, at the date of this recording, it is there. So, yeah. You get to watch that. I don't know why it is. I want to keep on going to this whole Hulu thing. Like, Hulu is for adults. Like, Disney is for, like, the little folks, the youth. Like, why not just do one? You gotta get Disney money regardless. Like, people are still gonna buy Disney stuff. Like, there's not one person in this world who says it's like, you know what I don't want to do? I don't want to buy any Disney movies. Like, that's never gonna happen. Like, it's not. Like, I don't see that as being, like, an actual thing. But, like, hey, now you can watch Deadpool and Logan on Disney Plus. Like, what a world we live in, right? Wild. The Walking Dead Rick Grimes movie becomes a limited series. Has Daniela Guria Michonne. You guys know I'm bad with names. So limited series. I think it's six or 4 episodes. They don't give us like a number on how many it was, but like it'd be several years. I'm not exactly sure about the storyline, but like it's supposed to take place like in between like now storyline of Walking Dead and like after Rick left the show. So their whole thing was like it's better off as a TV series than as a movie. And I really think like this is even more hilarious to spit in the eye of Eric Kripke, the producer or television creator of The Boys. I just think it's hilarious. It's absolutely hysterical in my eyes. Like, no, TV shows are not long movies. Well, tell that to the execs, man. Here we go. Back to the X-Men news I was talking about before. Magneto will lead the X-Men team in 97 series. So the 97 X-Men will be led by Magneto. His hair is longer. He has a new suit, giant M on his chest. And it's going to bring back all the old characters from the show. I don't think all the voice actors from the original series are going to be coming back. But like they are going to be bringing back some of the characters that we know of who's been voicing these characters in their respective roles for a while now. So I think C. Bloom is going to be Wolverine again. So I feel like the more that we talk about like the 97 X-Men, like the more like it come closer to coming out, like we're going to see more news about the voice actors attached to this. And like you can bet your bottom dollar I'm going to be talking about it. So don't you worry about like who will and won't be a part of the show, because I'm going to let you know. Like at least like key figures. I mean, come on. Got your back. You feel me? I got you. Marvel Zombies rated TVMA and main characters are revealed. So here it is. Here it is for the main heroes. It's Shang-Chi, Kate Bishop, Yelena, Yelena, and more. Isn't that just convenient? And the main villains are Hawkeye, Scarlet Witch, and Bucky. Those are the main antagonists of the show. Isn't that convenient? Yeah? And a lot of the flagship characters they want to sell to you are their main heroes. Oh my God! Like, I don't get how you guys can like keep on like going towards Marvel and they're blatantly like, I know a lot of douchey toxic people use the word pandering and like a lot of them use it wrong, but come on. Like all the characters that like they've been trying to to put out there into the forefront, like the main protagonists, like come on guys, come on. Let's be real, come on. It's whatever. It's fine. Hopefully it's a good show. It's TVMA. I guess we'll see what happens. I should definitely talk about this in blerd-news too. So definitely two stories to talk about in blerd-news. Doctor Who, TVMA, Marvel Zombies, and the Jennifer Hudson being a muse. Like, isn't that's pretty cool. I think that's a pretty cool story. Well, like she wants to be a muse. We talked about that last episode. Like Jennifer Hudson wants to be a muse in Hercules. Like, come on, like just give her the damn role. She's an EGOT. Like, why wouldn't you just give it? She says she wants to give it to her. Period. Like in the case, open and shut. That's it. Story's over. Marvel announced the return of Extreme X-Men from Chris Claremont and Salvador Larroca. I don't. Like the description that I put on here says like the new iteration of Extreme X-Men will follow the footsteps of X-Men Legacy, Symbiote Spider-Man, Wolverine Patch, and other titles that the readers back to fill the gaps from the Marvel past. So like it's like they're going backwards. And like this CB Belusky, like the editor-in-chief for Marvel, like is really like the kind of guy who lives in the past. And like if you guys don't believe me, when he first joined Marvel, the first major event that he had was Heroes Reborn, which is something that was very prominent and big in the 90s. And like I'm talking really fast about this because like you can't keep living in the past, man, and just telling stories from the past and making a pseudo nostalgia age. And like I know I just talked about Dark Crisis and Infinite Earth, but that is new. That is new. That is like taking a homage from the past and going forward with it. But hey, if it makes money, it makes money, I guess. But like, dude, not to say that this isn't a good idea. Not to say that like Extreme X-Men was not a good series and very prevalent of its time. Not to say that. Not to say that at all. But like it seems like they're just going back in time to make a cash grab. It just sounds like a gimmick. Which is also, something that's very synonymous with comic books. I also get that too, but like I don't get it. I just don't get it. Hopefully it works out. But yeah. XL Team has many different controllers, custom made controllers, like ranges from Zelda for Nintendo Switch, Kingdom Hearts for PlayStation, Resident Evil for Xbox, like, and so on and so forth. Like, they make whatever kind of controllers you want. They're not paying me for this. I should say that right now. They're not paying me for any of this. I saw these controllers. Like, the photos were nice. Like, it touched me in a way that, like, I wanted to talk about it. And, like, here I am talking about it. Like, it's controllers, man. Like, it's gaming. I don't talk about gaming enough. I don't talk about anime enough either, though. But, like, they're like, this is pretty cool. Like, I thought it was just awesome. Just loved it. Viola Davis returns to Amanda Waller in the Black Adam. It's officially happening. DCEU is ushering in a new era. Dwayne Johnson will be playing a big role in it, but like Amanda Waller would be a big role inside of this too. Like, that's pretty exciting. And with that news, we're gonna take a little pause. I got like a new advertisement for you guys to listen to. So, listen.
You're listening to FTO Nerd Talk. Excellent choice. If you're looking for more nerdy content, consider giving my idiot co-host and I a chance. We are two idiots and a dog, and we talk about movies, comic books, and general pop culture and entertainment media nonsense. Give us a listen on GoodPods, Anchor, iTunes, or your podcatcher of choice. You can also find us at podpage.com/TIAAD media, or you can always find us on Twitter and we'll bribe you with dog pictures too.
Whew. We always need a break. And like, I listen to their podcasts. Like, they really do insightful information about like different kind of stories or movies or whatever they're watching or talking about. Like, it's really in depth. So, but hey, if you're listening to the podcast and you like an advertisement you want me to put on the show, send it my way. I'm here for it. We left off on Amanda Waller joining Black Adam. Like, there's not really much to talk about when it comes to that, but like, I am excited to see it. So, yes. Yes, and yes. Static Shock has a new costume for Season 2. Season 2 is called Shadows of Dakota. And if you guys have been like paying attention to Yoa Nerd's page, he just recently talked about how Ebon is coming back. And Ebon's was a bad dude. Like, he was a very methodical bad guy in Dakota. Very street savvy, very smart, and knew how to use his powers. And like, he was a formidable foe for Virgil. As Static. Like, it's interesting. This is gonna be a fun run to see go down for Static Shock. Like, I know that Milestone, like, it's like really trying to get like their sea legs when it comes to like their franchise and their universe or their Dakotaverse, as people are calling it. But like, to see this really go down the way like it could, like, I'm really interested to see like how this plays out, especially Season 2. Same artwork. New costume, but like, you know, just to see this really play out, like in like one of the most prominent comic books of Milestones that people are talking about is Static Shock. So like, I really want to see how this plays out. Justice League, Batman, and Legion of Superheroes get new animated movies. Yes. Batman, the Doom that came to Gotham, Legion of Superheroes, and Justice League Warworld. And another Secret Society of America, Justice Society of America feature will also be in the works. So that's four films. Now, this Justice League Warworld, I'm really interested in it. All we saw was the title caption for it. Like, that's all they're really giving us. There's no featurette, sadly. We do know that the Green Lantern, Beware My Power, is coming out soon with Aldous Hodge. The Doom that came to Gotham, that's more of a period piece. Elseworld Gotham story, so like, you know, take what you can take with that. But the Legion of Superheroes, like we talked about that in the show, the Brian Michael Bendis story, that the script that just came out, so I guess it is going to be animated. I thought it was going to be live action, but like, still, like, that's wow, it could turn into something. Like, the Legion of Superheroes is a really good like group of like characters, and like, I guess kids, you can really say it. So yeah. Also, Ankles was at Comic-Con, and like, they talked to him about his Batman project. He talked about like he's working on a DC project as Batman, and like, if you all remember, he was Batman in the Long Halloween. So like, there may be more Long Halloween stories coming out, and like, I gotta tell you, give it to me. I'm here for it. Woo! Could you imagine a whole like Jizz and Ankles series? Like, if you guys didn't watch him as Soldier Boy and the Boys, like, first off, I'm sorry, you missed out. Because it was incredible. Just like, wow. But like, secondly, like, I'm here for it. It was 2 movies too, so make sure you go check it out. HBO Max. This is a sword down. This is like one of the big I wanted to wait to let this marinate, to talk about this at this point in time. Like, I wanted to wait to get to this point right here to talk about this. And Alex Kurtzman reconfirms 2 new Star Trek series are in development at Comic-Con. Okay, take a breath. Calm myself down. Discovery spinoff starring Michelle Yeoh focuses on Section 31. And then there's confirmation of Starfleet Academy show in the works. Again, I say this again. You know I'm a big Star Trek. You guys know I'm a big Star Trek dude. Like I live and breathe Star Trek. Comics is my first love. Metal is my second. But Star Trek, whew. Star Trek is up there. And like to have a Section 31 show. Now, like those of you who don't know what Section 31 is, Section 31 like handles like the espionage, the craziness, the wild stuff that happens like behind the scenes of Star Trek. Because Star Trek themselves, like the Federation, they can't get involved in espionage. That's one of their main things. They cannot get involved in espionage. Like doing what they do, they cannot have like any kind of like spy group. They can't like be a part of like any kind of like a shadow cabinet. They can't do any of that. So Section 31 itself is an independent property that sometimes gets an okay by the admirals of the Star Trek. Like sometimes, not always. Sometimes they just do what they want to do and become like their own thing. Like, and having Georgiou come back, whoo. We got, my gosh, Michelle Yeoh was something else in this show. Good God. Like, you want to talk about a crush. Oh, my goodness. Jeez. And, like, Starfleet Academy, like, if you've been watching Star Trek since, like, you know, the original, and then you watch the Next Gen, then you watch DS9 and Voyager, and, like, you've been seeing, like, you know, hey, what is it like being in Starfleet Academy? Because I know, like, I was watching Will Wheaton do his thing. Like, that's how it. Like, there gotta be more to the Starfleet Academy than that. Then, like, you see, like the flashback episodes of Picard at Starfleet. Like, what goes on at this academy? Because, like, it seems like every like shonen anime where a kid is either abandoned by his parents, or grew up in the Leaf Village and becomes like, you know, the next Hokage. It's like all those things are what happens at Starfleet Academy. And like I really want to see how that really plays out, because like their maturity is similar to how we see Legion of Superheroes. And like, so having that play out, coming out around the same time as Legion of Superheroes, like come on, man. That's future stuff, dude. That's the stuff we need to be seeing right now. Absolutely. Mayans MC renewed for season 5 at FX. The Simpsons will feature Death Note in next Treehouse of Horror. And they're also going to be featuring tribute to It inside the Treehouse of Horror. I'm not sure if that's a spoiler for some of you, but like, you know, now you know. I don't think like getting into this is anything. Like, I guess that's my anime news. But speaking of anime/manga news, Black Clover confirms manga return date August 31st. Weekly Shonen Jump confirmed the news. Tabata will bring back Black Clover starting in August 1st. This comes after the series went on a hiatus in the spring. It's like he wanted a few months. Tabata said he wanted a few months to inform fans. He wanted to prepare for his final act. So this is like the last series of the manga. So if you're a big Black Clover fan, this is it. Like, the series is ending. Just so you know. Just so you know. And I think this is the last story of everything. Armor Wars. It's still happening. Yasir Lester has been tapped as a showrunner of Armor Wars and has assured fans on Instagram that Marvel's panel, after Marvel's panel, that the series is still in the works. He says on an Instagram post, it says, like, I promise it is still coming out. So, yeah. I don't know what to say to that. Like, I guess Rhodey gonna go do his thing. We may still see Riri inside it, because, like, they're related. So, yeah. I don't know, man. It seems like a dick move, like, to post like that. Like, why would you just negate it at the con? Like, because a lot of fans know that like that Reborn was like put in the place of Armor Wars. Like, a lot of fans were not happy about that. Well, my opinion doesn't matter when it comes to that because I'm not an MCU fan, so it would be like a dick move for me to say what I think about that. Let's do the rapid fire for the TV shows and things to watch and to check out and to play. Are you ready? All right. First up is Nope. Nope is a resident in a lonely gulch. Let's try one more time. Residents in a lonely gulch of inland California bear witness to an uncanny, chilling discovery. Haven't seen Nope. Need to watch Nope. The Gray Man. It's on Netflix with CIA operatives whose true identity is known to none. Accidentally discover a dark agency secret. The psychopathic former colleague puts a bounty in his head, setting off a global manhunt by international assassins. Like, how's that not sound awesome? There's a series called Alone Together with Katie Holmes. Anything's Possible with Evan Raines. And it's like a Gen Z coming of age story. And Billy Porter. Stray for the PC is like this lost alone and separated from family. A stray must untangle an ancient mystery to escape a long-forgotten cyber city and find a way home. Stray is a third-person cat adventure game set amidst the detailed neon lights alley of decaying cyber city and the murky environments of its seedy underbelly. See the world through the eyes of a stray and interact with the environment in playful ways. Stray is developed by Blue 12 Studios, a small team from South France, made mostly of cats and a handful of humans. Cute. I've seen like this has been like one of the most talked about games for a while. That's why I had to read a synopsis of it. It's really intuitive. It really is. Like it's a really fun game. It reminds me of one of those Love, Death, and Love, Sex, and Robots videos. Reminds me of that. But, you know, different. So. Eyes in the Dark. The Curious Case of One Victoria Bloom. It's like a 2D side-scroller. But it looks like modernized and intuitive. The Capcom Arcade Second Stadium. This has a lot of games inside of it. From Black Tiger all the way to Vampire Savior, the Lord of the Vampire. Like, it had like Street Fighter, Mega Man, it has like a Darkstalker. It's like a lot of games are inside of this. So, like, if you are big into PS4 games, there you go. Well, it's on the PS4, but it's old school Capcom games. Should make that clear. Now the time that everyone's been waiting for. Your time, my favorite time, the comic books to read. The Amazing Spider-Man issue number 6. This is the landmark 900 issue. I'm not reading the synopsis. Detective Comics 1062. It has Ram V attached to it. I know he's talking about it on his page, but like the real takeaway of this comic book is Raphael Albuquerque is doing the art. If you don't know about Albuquerque, look him up. Like seriously, that's all I got to say to you. Something is killing the children. Issue number 25. While Erica's blades are occupied with an entity unlike anything she's faced, she received a phone call with tragedy on the other end of the line. Ooh, spooky. Deadly Class, issue number 54. Now, like, reading the synopsis about this, it seems like it's like a fond farewell, part 6. Like, it's like the series is ending. But, like, wasn't this comic book made into a TV show? I don't know. Like, I had to put it out there. I figure like maybe someone will say something. Maybe someone will give me something in DMs. Like, you guys, like, hit me out sometimes in DMs talking about stuff that I may have missed, that I overlooked, that I didn't talk about. So, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, issue number 131. Let's see. In the wake of the events of TMNT, the Armageddon game opening moves, Orokusaki, the Shredder, has fully revealed himself to the Turtles in order to counter the newest evil mechanism of the Pantheon's trickster god, the Rat King. He seeks an alliance with the sons of his former archenemy, the late Master Splinter, and the Turtles prepare to join forces with their merciless executor from a past life. And is the Shredder truly ready to be redeemed? No matter the case, the Armageddon game is fast approaching, and the only place to find the answer for these burning questions It's in the Northampton. You know, it was very climatic until it said Northampton. Like, it really, lost me at that part. But, you know, it does sound a pretty cool issue. That's why I had to pick it. Like, it just looks awesome. It just does. And Turtle's been going on for a while, right? My goodness. I Hate This Place. Issue number 3. And Book of Shadows. Issue number 1. Shadow Man, Punk Mumbo, Eternal Warrior, Dr. Mage, the supernatural protectors of the valiant universe unite for the very first time to stand against a terrifying ancient threat. No one is safe, as Extract Fane has his cold hands on the Book of Shadows. Valiant. Look at that. They are taking some cues from DC and Marvel, it sounds like. Hey guys, this whole magic thing is really taking off over here. We should probably be doing something. I know Yo is a big Valiant fan. I know some of you guys who listen to the podcast are big Valiant fans too. So, yeah, Book of Shadows, something to look into. This has been a fun episode. Like, it's recorded on a Tuesday and it's gonna come out on a Wednesday. No, I'm not Solomon Grundy, but you know what? A lot of stuff has been on and off this week. It's been kind of like a kind of week, but not much has really been going on per se. Like, not in like a news world, I guess. Like, unless like you say that the Congress is trying to solidify same-sex marriage, that's something to take note of, and contraception, which won't go anywhere, which I'm sure of. There are more heinous crimes against women and their reproductive rights in different states. There's something to take note of. The January 6th committee is investigating Trump. The DOJ is investigating Trump, so I guess that's finally something. Merrick Garland wanted to wait until the trial was over. The committee was done, I guess, to do something. I don't know. Hopefully, we don't hear any kind of news from Trump. But if we do, it's gonna wreak havoc for the Republicans if he does. So I guess it's a good thing if he does. I don't know. The game of politics is a hell of a game to be getting yourself involved in, and it's really annoying and cumbersome at times as well. So, but Sdcc was fun. I really wish I could have gone, or at least for the most part talked about it with somebody on this. I don't know. Maybe I'll get an opportunity in the future to talk about that. I have been reading Dark Crisis and all the tie-ins. Yona and I are going to be doing that again pretty soon. I know a lot of you guys did not partake in the episode as much as you probably could have had. Listen to the episode. It's a fun episode. We talked about a lot of different stuff inside of it. Well, we're going to get more into the side issues, the tie-ins, the Flash, the Young Justice, and things like that. I like talking about comic books. Even if you guys don't listen to it, it's fun to have. It's fun to put into the memory banks of things to talk about. So, whatever you do with it, whether you do something with it, not do something with it, it's always fun to have, and it's always there for you guys to check out. So, make sure you do so. I don't have any events coming up anytime soon. I feel like that's something I should probably fix in the future. But, I'm a busy guy. I got, 3 kids always taken care of. I'm always, doing something, when it comes, to come up with new ideas, or trying to figure something out, or trying how to innovate myself in, different ways and shapes and forms. So, it doesn't always work out the way I want it to when it comes to me traveling. So, that's why I don't. But if you are going to any conventions, I know OtakuCon is going to be in DC pretty soon. Same place as AwesomeCon. Princess Zahida is going to be there. So, she gives me my Artist of the Week on blerd-news. So, make sure you go there and check her out, say hi. I had to give her a little bit of a shout out on the show coming up soon. So, there's that. I don't think there's much else. Oh, weekly roundup, still every Friday. Even if I have nothing at all to talk about, you will hear me on Friday talking about that, like Jack. So Twitter Friday, just talking it up, man. I know Tashi of Midnight Comics, she popped on just to hear me talk and chant about absolutely nothing. And I saw that Miguel of Superheroes in Color popped in also, just say hi, just listen for a bit. It was nice just to have them there, that solidarity of friends just to come by and just say hi. It was nice. It felt good. If there's anything else that you guys want me to talk about in the show that I may have missed, send me a DM, and you guys do send me DMs. I get most of them on Instagram, and I do appreciate them. Some of you send me stuff or tag me and stuff on Twitter. Like someone like Boogie hit me up and talked about Keke Palmer saying something about colorism. It wasn't really her talking about colorism. It was her tiptoeing around colorism. And I'm talking about that, talking more about herself, pulling the Charlemagne the God approach. So, if you guys remember what I said about Charlemagne the God, like, he talked about how his best way to help black women is for him and other people like him to get therapy. That's the best way he can help black women. Like, that pissed me off. Like, wait, what? What the fuck did you just say? They should swear in the show. Like, who says that? Hey, man, the best way I can help out black women is by me getting therapy. What? That is not the best way you can help black women. Are you serious, dude? Like, stop. Like, stop that. He said this. And, like, you know, if you guys watch Z-Way, like, she calls him out, too. Like Charlamagne the God says a lot of weird stuff sometimes. And Keke Palmer says some weird stuff sometimes, too. So, not to say they're not like, decent, upstanding people, but, like, you know, keep your eyes open for them. And, like, make sure you're ready to have a conversation with them every once in a while. So, yeah. But, you know, I've been talking to Clutchboy Wonder. Like, he's a cool dude. I'm trying to get him in an interview pretty soon. I've been dropping a ball on that. King Pack is a guy on the list also. Need to get an interview with him. I'm getting a new desk in my bedroom. So, hopefully that'll help me out with the interview situation. So, and, like, hopefully, like, it'll do a turnaround of, like, my everything. Like, getting a computer in my bedroom. Like, I got a box in my kitchen, in my dining room, where I got, like, all my equipment inside of it. And, like, if I can condense that and plug it all into my computer, get, like, a hub, things like that, it'd be pretty cool. So, yeah. That's all I really got. Work is wearing me out. I need more sleep. We are going back into the same grind we were going into before 2020, before COVID ruled our lives. Like, we're not doing much of a change. We're just doing the same thing, but, like, it looks different. And we're all getting tired and frustrated. And now we got like the oppression of women autonomy being taken away, and it's not a good feeling, man. Like the world is getting smaller, it seems like, but like the populations are going to start growing. So, whew, like, you know, like most of you know, like with the limited population growth, like the government would be forced to give people like amenities to help them out, and like that's something that they don't want to do. It's not because they want workers, because like they don't want, like, you know, to spread the wealth to everyone, because then they want to have workers to like to do things that they want them to do. And if people keep demanding something because the government says like they got to listen to the people, like the people will start asking for those things constantly. So vote. As arbitrary as it sounds at times, just, you got to keep voting. I hope your week goes well. This is going to drop on a Wednesday, so if you listen to it on a Wednesday, it dropped today. I don't know why I do that. Like, I know it's not Wednesday, but I talk as if, like, you know, it's not Wednesday. But, like, you're not listening to it on Wednesday. Time, dude. Time is a hell of a thing. Concepts and recording. I tell you what, that's the show. God, I need to go before I go on a little rant about nothing. Enjoy yourselves. Take care of yourselves. Send me, like, a promo of your podcast talking about, like, how you guys, like, want people to listen to your show. I'll put it on the show. Let me know. Until next time, whoop, take it easy. Hey guys, D here of FTO Nerd Talk. I hope you enjoy the podcast. Make sure you like, subscribe, follow, tell your friends about FTO Nerd Talk. Got a lot of different shows for all of you. Make sure you tune in every week for a brand new episode. Take it easy.